Listen, I'm not saying it's too early to bet NFL. Because it isn't.
Never.
Sports Interaction. Now, we talked about it with Dave Bassel earlier this week. NFL odds are up there. MVP, Super Bowl odds. CJ always likes to do this before the NHL season starts. Oh. He likes to try to pick a winner beforehand and see how his pick goes throughout the regular season. And usually he's pretty good. By the way, you get the best odds right now at sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. Doing it right since 1997. They are Canada's sportsbook with the most competitive odds. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit and play and cash out. Join now and see all that sports betting has to offer. Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That is sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus, please play responsibly.
A lot of people have been talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs and the captaincy.
Mm-hmm.
When does it move from John Tavares to Auston Matthews?
I like those words a lot more. Because it's not, no, John, we're stripping you. We're taking it away. Stripping of the captaincy makes it seem there's a negative connotation to it. When really, if Tavares were to give the captaincy to Auston Matthews, to me, it's a logical passing of the torch.
Mm-hmm.
The Leafs have one of the top stars in the NHL, and he's not even the captain of his team. You know, when we go through the conversation that's been had recently of who the best players are, almost all of them are captain. And one of the exceptions is Cale Makar, who's only 22, and he's not captain because Nathan McKinnon is captain. Tavares, he's not in the best player conversation, really, anymore. He's still extremely good.
Landeskog is captain.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
On that, yeah. Landeskog captain.
Oh, shit. I always forget that.
Sorry.
God, they're good.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they won, huh? Anyway, well, I guess it's just McDavid. Mostly McDavid in the Matthews versus McDavid conversation. I don't know. I think it makes perfect sense for a league MVP as young as Auston to have the torch passed to him. And then Tavares can remain an A and remain part of the leadership group. Like when Marleau was stripped of the captaincy in San Jose, it was okay, well, I'm done talking to the refs. Don't ask me to speak to a rookie ever. Don't ask me to pick up the pucks. Don't ask me to do anything. I don't think that's how it happened. You need more than one leader to win in this league. So to me, yes, people are going to hold it against John Tavares. That doesn't necessarily mean they're right.
I think that's the right perspective. Yeah. And I think because it's becoming more of a conversation because people are marking it to come up with this contract. So next year, Matthews is eligible for the extension, right? Next offseason, he can officially sign. So a lot of people want the captaincy to go to him when he signs that deal. So he signs like the new 8-year deal or whatever. At that same time, when it's like, I'm going to commit to this franchise, he gets the captaincy as well.
Doesn't that make sense?
Right. I think that's the right timeline. Like,
what's wrong with that?
If JT's down for it, like that's how, okay, we'll have this, it'll become a media story in like February or whatever, as the Leafs have a little bit of a downturn and they lose a couple games. Everyone's like, will Auston resign? And he needs to get the captaincy and all that stuff. But it makes sense to give this guy who's the Hart Trophy winner, the Ted Lindsay winner, the best player in the NHL last season by every metric, give him the captaincy of the team.
It makes perfect sense.
Especially if, he's also the leader in the locker room. Like, we don't know how the conversations in the locker room of the Toronto Maple Leafs go, but if he's also leading it off the ice in the way that we think he is, then, yeah, he deserves the captaincy.
Based on everything I've been told, he is.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
He is the leader. Really popular guy, popular within the team, popular league-wide, and has, ideally done some growing up because, the timing of the captaincy, we all know, coincided with, him getting charged for what happened in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was dropped instead of settled. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
And kept it a secret from the team. Like, what? no judgment from anyone involved.
Yeah.
No judgment. And that includes his representation. You thought you could keep that secret from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, bud. Okay, you couldn't even keep it secret from Twitter. And they're
As a world famous professional athlete.
and the Leafs said Tavares was their pick the whole time, which I just don't believe. I don't believe it.
And we've heard that wasn't really the case.
I don't believe them, but he was the right pick.
Yes.
He was clearly the right pick. Now that some time has passed, is it possible to give it to Auston Matthews, let's say next summer? Yeah, It's possible.
And it obviously depends on how the season goes and how it ends and all that stuff, but they're on the path to do this, where Austin commits to the Leafs for another 8 years, and it'd be 9 years because there'd be a year left on his current deal. So it'd be another 9 years, and then with that comes the captaincy.
I don't think he's ever signing for 8 years.
No.
You think
he's
too
got
smart
the
for that?
he's got the NBA attitude about it, where I'll like take a 3 or something,
Yep.
and I can always move around.
Worked out pretty well for them.
Yeah.
Worked out pretty well in the NBA. So
Yeah, those 1+1 player options that LeBron signed all those years in Cleveland.
yeah.
It was all right. Every year, I'm going to make a decision on what I want to do here.
Every single year, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Austin, he's the new wave that I hope there's more player control amongst these NHLers, and it's not just everybody taking the 8-year deal. It's like, okay, maybe one day I want to go play in New York. Let me leave open my options.
Why not?
I want to go play in a big market.
I'm all for players securing the bag within context. And also don't take 8 months to secure the bag. Also. Maybe
Sign a
don't
little
do
quicker.
that. And get in fights and trash teammates in the media through your representation. I'm not talking about anything in particular.
What are you talking about in
I'm
particular?
still salty about it. Thank God he had a good season last year. That's all I got to say.
Adidas is ending their partnership with the NHL.
Speaking of securing the bag,
So Adidas,
Daddy's getting his Nike deal back.
Adidas will not renew its contract as the NHL's official supplier of uniforms and apparel after the 2024 season. If you remember, Reebok used to have the NHL deal, and then Adidas replaced Reebok in 2016 after the 2017 season.
Does Adidas not own Reebok?
But Adidas owned Reebok at the time. So when Reebok signed their deal in 2006 to become the new sponsor of the NHL jerseys. But then Adidas bought Reebok that same year. So they said they bought the contract rights. And then when it came up for renewal, they said, okay, we own you guys. We're just going to replace you as the new jersey sponsor. So it'd be like City TV replacing Sportsnet under the rights for a TV show. It's
Right.
one arm to the other. It didn't really matter. So a lot of people were looking at this Adidas deal and be like, oh, it only lasted from 2017 to 2024. No, it was
Not
It was
really.
really 2 contracts because they owned Reebok as well. So
Yeah.
it's been a long time. It's been since 2006 that this parent company has owned the NHL jersey rights. And Adidas actually sold Reebok last year. Because
I didn't know that.
yeah, they were like losing money like crazy with that deal. So yeah, it wasn't a good company to buy and to own. So yeah, anyways, they don't own them anymore. But yeah, I think a lot of fans are happy about this because I don't think a lot of hockey fans were impressed by anything Adidas really did with the jerseys. Like the reverse retros were a try, but nobody was really happy.
Yeah. I thought the reaction was very hockey Twitter.
Yeah.
Because it was negative on both sides. It was Adidas didn't do a good job and hooray, and also, oh no, the dread of who's next. All I saw was, oh man, Nike's going to screw this up or whatever. It's like, dude, Nike hasn't been involved for like 2 decades.
Mhm.
And also, why are you just blindly assuming it's them?
Right.
It could be someone else. Use your imagination. And also, there's 2 years. And also, as long as the jersey looks good.
Who cares? Nike has also done a fantastic job
Go outside.
with the MLB jerseys. They just got those rights a couple years ago, and they've done a fantastic job there.
There you go.
Like-
And maybe there's, I don't know,
Maybe CCM comes back.
as the jersey sponsor though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're a big enough company.
They used to be. They used to own the jersey rights, did they not?
Yeah, now though.
Oh, okay.
And also, who owns them? Because I want to say, are they Nike?
Oh, right. CCM.
This is another part of the conversation, is every friggin' company is owned by some other company.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a good BoJack Horseman joke about that.
Probably. I believe it.
It is not Nike. Owner Birch Hill Equity Partners.
Oh, hell yeah. Put that on a
So
jersey.
there was a time when Reebok and Adidas owned CCM, but that is not the case anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, that's probably what you're thinking about. But yeah, I wouldn't hate that if Nike or somebody else came in. I think a lot of people are looking for something new, something different, and we'll get that with somebody new and different.
Yeah. And, you know, hopefully 2 years, I don't know, save your shekels and your dollars, and that's when
That's a
you
good
get a new
point.
jersey.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got 2 years now to not buy a jersey.
There you go. Or just, I love Adidas. And you just blow all your money over the next 2 years.
Buy 'em all
I don't
up.
know. Like, am I weird for not being able to bring myself to care?
It's a super niche kind of fan thing.
Yeah.
Like, the person who's really gonna have a really interesting take on this is the hockey guy.
Absolutely.
Because that's somebody who owns all of these jerseys, you know, and makes it a case to collect them.
I'm a simple man. Does it or doesn't it look good?
Right.
If it looks good, I'll buy it.
Mhm.
Don't go back to the Leafs pajama jerseys. That was Reebok.
That was Reebok, yeah.
And then the jersey got really good under the same company. So I don't know, man. I hope the jersey looks good. Otherwise, I don't really care.